Shorty gon' hit me up on Snapchat, so you know I had to hit it with a snapback. Big ting, yeah, she from Iraq. Yeah, you know I had to go
Okay, we're back again for episode 11 of the Finding Neema podcast. I am your host for this podcast, Neema Naz, aka Neema Naz, because it's the only name I have. Once again, if you're confused, you can call me Nemo, Neemas, Neema Naz, Neemas, again, Neema. Those are all the nicknames. Neems, that was the biggest nickname I've had in my life. You can call me those. And this show, this podcast, is sponsored by nobody because I'm still broke and not famous. But it's okay because one day it'll happen for me. My AirPods right here, it says "stupid" on it. On the video you can see it, but on audio, my AirPods have "stupid" on it. I wrote "stupid," like customized it. And it came into the mail, and I'm very happy with it. I've dropped my AirPods like 17 times already, which is so frustrating because I've always been a clumsy person, and I don't know. I thought it is better. It's better than having regular headphones because it's just easier to walk around, and if you want to exercise, it's great for that. You could just leave your phone somewhere and just run around, play ball, anything, and it's actually much easier, and so. That in that aspect, AirPods are great. But I'm a very clumsy person, and sometimes I forget they're on my ears. I was actually washing my face the other night, and I was just listening to music, and I'm washing my hands, washing my face. I go to wash my face, and I'm just scrubbing. I don't know why I do it so aggressively. I always just wash my face aggressively with water for some odd reason. I'm splashing my face, I'm rubbing it and shit, and then my thumb hits one of my AirPods, I think it was my right one, and it just pops out, and it obviously falls into the sink, the bowl, as the water is running, and is rolling around the water, around the ring, and I'm like, oh fuck! I grab it immediately, literally millimeters away from sinking into the drain. And I've never been that lucky, because that literally could have been gone in a second. If I didn't save it that second, and I had water in my eyes. You know when you fresh splash water into your face, and you can open your eyes, but there's water on your face. The residue is still there. You can't really see. You have to rub your eyes first. I splashed my face, felt the AirPod fall, opened my eyes immediately without even rubbing it, and as soon as I opened it, saw it a blurry vision of the AirPod in the white sink, might I add, white AirPod on a white sink. And then I caught it right before I fell into the drain, and it still works. It was wet, too. It got wet. It got soaked. And I immediately dried it. I was like, oh, fuck, oh, fuck, oh, fuck, oh, fuck, oh, shit, oh, shit. Why? I just got these last month. Oh, I'm really stupid. I'm really stupid for this. And so I saved it, thankfully. Khuday shukr, that's what you say in Farsi, in Persian. Khuday shukr, thank God. I'm not religious, but it's just an expression that, you got to thank somebody. You got to thank someone. Who are you going to thank? Ghostbusters! Okay. As you can tell on video, I have a little stain here. It's a toothpaste stain, not anything else that you think it is, because I'm a holy boy, and it's toothpaste, okay? And I was too lazy to change my shirt. I just came back from running sprints with my brother and playing basketball for 3 hours, okay? I'm gassed. I'm sweaty as hell, okay? You can see the hairnet I put into my hair because my hair is getting long. It's actually an elastic band, but let's go with hairband. And I'm gassed, bro, and I didn't have time to change my shirt for the podcast. I was going to just do this quick, and then I have to go do some more filming and editing, and then have some dinner with the fam. But, yeah, man, me and my brother, it's a Sunday afternoon, and I usually film my podcast on Fridays or Saturdays, but I just, I didn't really feel like filming the past couple of days for the podcast. So I was like, I'll just do it Sunday afternoon. And so me and my brother just went to the field, and it's 32 degrees Celsius outside, might I add. Just absolute scorcher for the boys. And that's Canadian Celsius. If you're not familiar with Celsius, it's Fahrenheit. I think it's like 90 something or 80 something. I'm not sure. It's pretty hot though. It's hot. Just do the conversion on Google if you really care. But it's hot, okay? It's fucking sun's beaming. You're sweating as you walk out, and it's humid, so it's blazing. And we decided to do a HIIT workout, high intensity interval training, but outdoors with running. And we just took turns, jogging, sprinting, doing all these kinds of fucking crazy movements. And it took us half an hour before we were drenched and just soaked and gassed. And then we came back home and I played ball, and now I'm doing this. So not that any of you care about this at all. I'm just letting you know how my day went. But it's been a good day. It's been a good few days, and I've been having fun doing my thing, making some videos. Man, something that really bothers me is Instagram and social media in general. Like, for me personally, I don't know, like, the algorithm has gone down immensely. I don't know what's going on, but people aren't seeing my videos as much, and it's really bothering me. I'm like, man, I put in like so much work and effort into putting these videos out, and wanting to make other people's days better, and posting my content, and just putting in work on my craft. But like the percentage has just decreased so much over the past few months, and it keeps going down. And like every day I'm posting a video at peak times where usually would get like hundreds of comments. It's barely hitting like 50 to 70 comments. And I don't know what's going on. I mean, it's summer, beginning of summer, like stage 2's opening, phase 2. I mean, people are going out now. They're at like outdoors more, and they're not on their Instagram as much as they were for the past 4 months, binging social media and Netflix. All of a sudden, now they're just not on there. I'm like, hey man, I was there for you when you were doing nothing. The least you could do is be there for me when I'm still putting in work. Even though you're out partying, I'm still fucking doing this. And I'm just kidding. I obviously don't. I'm not entitled to getting the views and shit. But I'm just letting you know. It's weird how, summertime's here, and then people are on patios now. They're going to beaches. They're hanging out with friends more because you can hang out with more people, up to like 10 people now. And so people are just probably catching up with their friends and their families and stuff. So I get it. I understand. But it's just a little bit of frustration on my end as a creator, as a comedian, as an actor. And I don't know. I just feel like it's important to talk about it, just to let it out, just to vent. This is my podcast, so I can talk about whatever I want. And if you care to listen, that's great. And I thank you for that. And if you don't, I also understand, because humor is subjective. Comedy is subjective, and you can't please everyone. So, and I'm not here to do that, obviously, because that would be exhausting. At first, when I did start doing comedy, I tried to cater to everybody. Obviously, didn't work. I was so shit, and it was just bad, and that's never gonna happen. It's never gonna be sustainable. You have to just do you, be yourself, and then that way you'll get the most genuine traction, the most genuine viewers and following possible. And that's just the most ideal situation. So for this episode, it is June 28th. Wow, man, it's almost July. I've been in quarantine for 4 months. I started March 3rd, I believe. As soon as I came back from Ottawa, I was in Ottawa and Montreal doing a mini like stand-up tour. The last of my stand-up shows. I miss it. I came back home, and then I immediately started quarantining. So it's been like April, May, June. April, 1, May, June. Yeah, it's been almost 4 months, bro. Almost 4 months I've been in quarantine, not seeing jack shit. I haven't been seeing anybody. I haven't seen any of my friends. Nobody. Except for 2 days ago when I went to film a video for Dating Beyond Borders, this YouTube channel. That the video's out if you want to watch it. It's on the Dating Beyond Borders YouTube channel where I play. It's a Persian video. It's like Marina. She's the creator of the channel. She does like these. It's her channel's all about showcasing like all the ethnicities and nationalities in the world, and she does like different videos on different countries each week. And this one was Persian stereotypes, and I just went up and I just talked in front of the camera about the stereotypes and just the things, everything Persian. So if you want to watch that, you can go watch it. It's pretty cool. And yeah, so I'm going to talk about a few things. Man, a lot of shit has happened in this past week in general, just like a lot in the comedy world, especially. First of all, Chris D'Elia, I think, I heard about it last week after the previous podcast. So I didn't get a chance to talk about it. But man, Chris D'Elia, if you don't know who Chris D'Elia is, search him up. He's a comedian, an actor from Hollywood, and he was one of my favorite comedians, honestly. And his podcast, hilarious. It's called Congratulations Podcast. And man, I was like a big fan, and I love his comedy. It's like I mean, he's not the funniest. He's not the best, obviously. I just personally like his style, his like his energy, his charisma on stage, and all that shit, right? And I really enjoyed watching his comedy, and I saw him live a few times. It was great. But this week there were alleged accusations of him being a sexual abuser, which is insane to me. Because I'm like, man, it's crazy. Like, like every other day, a new person's getting canceled because of this shit. And first of all, I'm not really for cancel culture. I'll get to that in a second, but I want to talk about Chris D'Elia for a second. So he was one of my favorites, one of my like top 10 comedians, I'd say. And I don't care what anyone says, because a lot of people hate on Chris D'Elia even before all this shit happened, saying like he's just not funny, he laughs at his own jokes. I'm like, bro, like comedy's subjective. You can like who you like. I don't say shit about your fucking favorite comedian, even if I like him or not. It doesn't matter. Like everyone's different. So how are you gonna say this comedian's shit and this one's good? And like you just can't. Like everyone has a taste for something, and so you like you saying this person's shit, saying you're telling the person who likes that person that they're shit too, or in a way, right? So I just don't get that. But so he got there's a lot of allegations coming out about how he's like a pedophile now. He talks to underage girls, minors, like trying to like hook up with them, like at his shows, like after his shows to the hotel rooms. I'm like, oh fuck, here we go. And like nowadays, man, like Twitter is savage. Twitter mob will fucking eat you alive. They're just like zero fucks given. Twitter, they'll take down anybody if they can. And they're always out to like just like bring people down. The Me Too movement, people who said racist things, blah blah blah, etc. And so this is what happened to Chris D'Elia, which is crazy, and it's just like shocking to know that. But like once again, these are alleged accusations. There's not really any proof or evidence. I haven't seen any, so I'm not gonna jump to the conclusion, as shouldn't any of you or anyone for that matter, because what's the point of just like accusing somebody and then immediately like labeling that person as that person that you're accusing him of? Like you're saying he's a rapist and shit, where you literally have no evidence. You're literally basing it off one person who tweeted about this on Twitter that you have no idea who it is. So how does that make sense to you? As terrible of a thing that is, obviously it's not something to take lightly, but you can't just like falsely accuse people all the time of this shit, right? And so I don't know. I still don't know the evidence. I don't know if it's like all true or factual. I'm gonna wait it out, and I'm not fucking canceling nobody. Okay, I'm gonna wait it out and see if it's true or not. And if it's true, then I'm like, all right, well, fuck, that's pretty shitty. I mean, technically, I can't really be a fan of him because everyone's gonna say I'm an abuser if I follow him still, or I'm an oppressor, all this bullshit, which I don't agree with. I still like his comedy. I mean, I still like the content he talks about and like just the jokes he makes. Doesn't mean I have to like him as a person. I don't know. That's just me. If it's wrong, then I mean, I don't know what to say. But I don't know. What do you guys think? I don't know. Do you think it's wrong to like an artist even after they had accusations of like something bad, like sexual abuse or being racist or something like that? And I don't know. Like I can still like that person's old bits at least, or like their old videos. Like I still, if it always brought me joy and happiness, and I always laughed at the clips, doesn't mean I can't still laugh at them. You know what I mean? Like, does that make sense? I don't think that's fair to say if I like watch one of the like an older video of this person that is a bad person, that automatically that makes me a bad person. Like I don't think that's true. I don't agree with that at all. So yeah, it's pretty shitty what happened, but it is what it is, man. This is the day and age that we live in. People are getting canceled left and right. I don't believe in cancellation, and I'll get to that in a second, like I mentioned before. But so yeah, I'll talk about it right now. So making jokes about taboo things, like, and getting canceled for years later. Let me talk about this. Like for instance, there's for example, Kevin Hart 2 years ago, I think he was supposed to host the Grammys or Oscars, one of those two, and then like out of nowhere, Twitter mob comes out of nowhere and finds digs some kind of dirt from like 10 years ago on Twitter about what Kevin Hart tweeted, and it was something like homophobic. Like he said something about like how if his son was gay, he'd beat him over the head with a club or some shit like that. And I don't know, man. Like, yeah, it's first of all, I don't know the intention behind it, but Kevin Hart, being who he is, he's a comedian. Like, I doubt this guy was being that dead serious about that. First of all, second of all, it's probably a joke. Like the tweet he tweeted out, and yeah, it's probably inappropriate and like you can't say that shit these days. But fuck, man, who cares? Like, you can't be offended at everything, man. If people still say like, oh, like you're a terrorist, blah blah, blah, blow up buildings. Oh, cool, man. Well, it is what it is. Well, I'm gonna get fucking. You can't. I don't want people to just not be able to say that shit anymore. I think it's still funny, right? Who cares? Just fuck. As long as it's with good intentions, I don't think it's a bad idea. If it's in the name of comedy, I don't think it should be an issue. There's no bad intentions behind it. There's no hate. That's the most important part to take away from that. It's the most key point right there. And so Kevin Hart, they found out a tweet, it went viral, and then the Oscars had the audacity to be like, sorry, Kevin, we're gonna have to take you off as host. And then I think he stepped down or some shit, or he apologized, and it went all over the social media. And then people were like, yo, like cancel Kevin Hart. He said a homophobic tweet 10 years ago, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, are you fucking insane? This guy's a changed man, first of all, and he talked about it in his apology video. And like, people always say, yo, like believe women, or believe this person, believe this a victim, blah, blah, blah. But you're not going to believe someone who can change from the other perspective of it? I don't think that's fair. Right? Not everyone's a fucking criminal because they said a bad thing about something that's wrong nowadays 10 years ago or 20 years ago, right? Like, yeah, everyone makes mistakes. First of all, no one's perfect. And the people who are trying to attack these people, trying to bring them down, are obviously fucking hiding something themselves. So they can eat a dick. I don't care about those people because you have nothing better to do than to try to fucking bring someone else's career down. You selfish prick. To go do something for yourself. That pisses me off. So Kevin Hart didn't end up hosting the Oscars, and a lot of people were pissed, and people who wanted that to happen were happy, obviously. And then I don't know what the fuck is wrong with them. They obviously don't understand comedy, and so yeah, that happened. But I don't believe in that, man. I believe that we're only humans, and cancel culture is stupid as fuck because now before it used to be it used to be innocent until proven guilty. Now, all of a sudden, it's shifted and it's guilty until proven innocent, which is absurd. And I don't get it in this day and age. This is what it's come down to on social media and just in our society these days, which is absolutely like it's a blasphemy. It baffles my mind that this is what it's come to. Because you're gonna take someone down for saying a racial slur, or he sexually assaulted someone. I'm not saying like, okay. First of all, let me preface this. I'm not saying rape is okay or murder is okay. I'm like, those are obviously fucking terrible crimes. Those people should be locked up for good, depending on the situation. But like, man, if someone, I don't know, like if someone fucking like, I don't know, groped a girl, and it was like without consent, and he didn't like rape her or anything. And then he made a mistake. He did his time. Obviously, maybe he went to jail or maybe not. And then he saw that it was a wrong thing that he did, and then he grew from it. And then it's like 10 years now, and he's like a changed man. Then I think that's okay. Like, you gotta give people, once again, you gotta give people second chances, or just like you gotta give them the benefit of the doubt. You gotta like believe in the power of change, man, the power of growth, because people change all the time. Humans are constantly growing, so you can't judge someone based off what they did when they were 18 or 20 or 24 when they're fucking 30 now, or 35 or 40. You know what I mean? And even if you are that age, you do something wrong, yeah, it's a shitty thing to do. But doesn't mean that's your character. Doesn't mean you're a shitty person. Just because you steal fucking jewelry from a store doesn't mean you're a thief. At the time, you are a thief. But I'm saying that doesn't mean that's who you are inside. You're a fucking robber. Like, no, like obviously, like naturally, that's not you. Obviously, there's rare cases that there are people who just like that's their thing, and they do that, and that's who they are, and then they get locked up and they have to do their time. That's how it works. But yeah, I just believe in giving people another chance to get better and grow and be a better person. That's how fucking life works. Okay, not everyone's perfect. You're not a fucking saint. The person who's calling these people out. First of all, you don't know any context about what this person's going through, their life, how they have to deal with shit. You know what I mean? Like, to a certain extent, you can't just start fucking canceling people because of one thing you saw from them or like you heard something. That's what I'm saying. Guilty until proven innocent is what people are going by nowadays, which fucking pisses me off. It's not right, and I don't want that to be something that I have to worry about either, because I'm a comedian, I'm an actor, I'm in the entertainment business. Out of all places, like literally the worst place I could be for this shit too, because I'm in that realm too. I could be just like any other of these fucking entertainers who've been canceled because they did something 10 years ago or 20 years ago. I'm not saying I did anything, but I'm just saying maybe there was somewhere along the line where I fucking did something wrong that I wasn't even aware of, and then all of a sudden 20 years from now, when I'm huge, when I'm famous, some fucking person tweets out, "Oh, look at what this person, Neema did this to me or said this to me when we were in high school or when we were like in our 20s. Cancel him. He's a fucking shitty human being. Disgusting. Blah blah blah." And then I'm over here like, "What, dude? I was fucking young. I was naive. I was fucking in the wrong headspace. I was hating myself. I wanted to kill myself. You're gonna bring me down when I was in that state of mind, like 10 years ago or however long? No. Look at me now. Judge me based on my character now and over the past few years. What I've done. Look at what I've done that's good for people, for myself, for society. Why do you got to choose the negative? Why you got to choose the fucking negative each time? So I don't know. I just like something I always think about. I have to think about it, obviously, because it's obviously very possible, and it could happen to anybody. No matter, even if you think you're a fucking saint and you did nothing, someone will always try to have something someone will try to find something to bring you down, which is so bothersome. And I just can't believe societies like that, where someone has to fucking just bring you down just because you're above. They think that you're above them and you're famous, and they're not, and they're just unhappy with their lives and they're insecure. So they're like, oh, the best way I can be happy is to bring others down with me. What a fucking piece of shit ideology to have. You know what I mean? Water break for the audio, if you were wondering. It's not cutting out. Your service isn't bad. It's just me taking a water break because my throat gets dry. You talk a lot, your throat gets dry. Mr. Clean. So yeah, you shouldn't label someone just solely off their actions that happened a long time ago, as long as that person grows from it. Okay, obviously, I'm not saying fucking anything goes. Trust people and don't lock people up. I'm saying there's certain things where it's like this could be something. This instant in time could have been just a mistake, and it's a one-time thing or two-time thing, and then like that person just changed. Like they changed for the better. So you have to give people time too, right? Or like at least if they get locked up, they do their time, they come out. You can't hate them for that. They did their fucking time. And that's why I want to bring up now Joey Diaz. Because first of all, Joey Diaz, hilarious. One of my fucking favorite comedians to watch and listen to. Joey Diaz, he's a comedian from New York. Little burp. I always burp on this podcast. Do you not realize? Why? Why does this keep happening? Joey Diaz is a comedian from New York. He's from the States, and he's Cuban, and he's gone through so much shit. Bro, this guy's story about how he was raised and like where he came from and what he had to deal with as a kid and teenager and adult, whatever, blah, blah, blah. This guy's gone through so much shit in his life, dealt with so much negative shit that, now he's like obviously a changed person. He's so much better and he's doing well for himself. But there's stories of him even like, people are getting mad because he told a story like 20 years ago on Joe Rogan podcast about how he was at the Comedy Store. He was doing a show at the Comedy Store, which is in L.A. It's a comedy club, famous comedy club in L.A. And he was like fresh to the scene and doing stand up. And then like this girl that also was there, a comedian, like said, "Hey, I want to get some stage time." And he's like, "Oh, if you blow me, I'll give you fucking stage time." And then she sucked his dick, blah blah blah. And then like now people are like, and then he told that story on the Joe Rogan podcast 10 years ago, and they were all laughing about like this, how he made this girl suck his dick and all that shit. But that's the only clip people are using as evidence to fucking bring Joey down, which is absolutely horrendous because that's not the context at all. He talks about it in depth if you actually watch his shit. How like, okay, first of all, it's comedy. He's a comedian. Okay, comedians say fucked up things. Doesn't mean it's always true. Okay, we fuck around. We say stupid shit that we not even that we regret, but that we just like don't really think about in the moment. We just say it, and we're not being hateful. It's just funny. We're just trying to bring the funny to, make our friends laugh, make other people laugh, to bring joy because we just think it's hilarious, and that's our nature. It's part of my nature to just be that funny person and to say weird shit. It doesn't matter what it is. I have to say something just to get a laugh, right? So that's how our minds work. And so Joey starts talking about that, and he's like, "Yo, man, like I exaggerated that. Obviously, it's a joke, okay? First of all, the girl in the story, she was on drugs. I was on drugs. She wanted to fuck me, so I wanted to, and I was like, yeah, let's fuck, and then we hooked up, and then I got her stage time because we were mutually fucking. So I'm like, okay, well that makes sense, yeah, right. And then the best part, there's so many other comedians backing him up too, famous comedians, girls, guys, anyone, right, that work with him, and they're like, yo, this guy's the most class. This guy has the most class human being, nicest guy. Helps me out, never fucking says inappropriate shit. You know what I mean? So stop fucking judging people based off one thing you heard on them 10, 20 years ago. Okay, do your fucking research. Do your research first and then say something. Stop fucking accusing someone of doing something 10 years ago as like, oh, nope, concrete. No, he's a fucking abuser. Nope, he's racist. No, he's this, he's that. Shut the fuck up. You don't know shit about this guy's life, this person's life, the context, what they were going through, their state of mind at the time, right? You don't know both sides of the story, all sides of the story. You're just looking at one clip on Twitter, fucking Twitter mob, pieces of shit, that think they just like can bring people down and cancel people. Who the fuck are you? Who are you? Why, first of all, if anything, why are you trying to bring someone down so bad? Why are you going through all these podcasts and shows just to try to bring someone down that you don't like? What are you hiding? What are you hiding? Huh? That's what I want to know. Okay? So don't go around fucking, this person's racist. Oh, he said racial slur 20 years ago. So that must means he fucking KKK, he hates blacks and he hates Jews and he hates Asians. No. Okay, first of all, could have been a mistake. Like I said, no context. That was 20 years ago. 10 years ago. You don't know shit. People change. People grow. You don't know shit. People change. People grow. That's the whole point of this life shit, man. People grow. You gotta give we're all human. Okay? I'm not saying if you're a rapist or a murderer or all this bad shit, like, don't lock those people up. That's terrible. Fuck those people. Okay? That's terrible. But I'm saying there's certain things where someone makes a mistake and it was without the intention of purposely hurting someone, and you can't bring that person down because of one thing they did, a mistake 10 years ago or 20 years ago. They recognized that as a mistake. They knew it was a problem, an issue. They fucking felt bad. They even did their time or whatever. And they grew from it. They're only human. They realized, oh shit, that was a pretty shitty thing to do. I'm never doing that again. And then they grew. And then they're doing well for themselves. They have a family. They have people like that trust them. You know what I mean? Like, and then you just want to dig deep on some dirt from 20 years ago of what they said to somebody with no context. You're the fucking asshole here. You're the fucking lowlife who has nothing better to do with your life than to bring someone down. Work on yourself. How about that? How about you be a better fucking human being and stop being so negative and trying to tear someone down? You don't make a mistake? You're fucking perfect? You're a saint. Oh, you're a saint. Oh, you're perfect. Oh, okay. Oh, sorry, I forgot. You don't make any mistakes. I forgot. You're a saint. Okay, my bad. No, keep doing you. Fucking assholes. So, enough of... I'm just saying, enough of this guilty until proven innocent bullshit. It's innocent until proven guilty, first of all. That's that. None of this fucking guilty until proven innocent society nowadays, okay? Stop doing this shit. It just bothers me. I had to rant, okay? I had to rant. I'm sorry if you didn't like that, but that's just how I feel about these things, all right? I guess I should talk about something lighthearted now. But it's hard. It's hard, man. It's not hard. I'm just kidding. I'm a comedian, man. I have very strong viewpoints on certain things, and I just need to speak my mind. It's cool. It's fine. I don't know. There's like so much negative shit happening in the world. People getting abused and kidnapped and slaughterhouses and sex trafficking. I'm like, oh, fuck. It's so... Twitter's like famous for that shit, showing all these videos of these things happening, and it's just tough to see and be bright in this world. But you just got to find the brightness, man. You got to keep going, move forward, and do your own thing and have your own views on things, and just trust yourself. That's it. Stop making judgments on other people. I'll finish it. I'll finish off on, I guess, a light note, if I may. By the way, I do a comedy show, live comedy show on my Instagram live every Saturday night at 9:30 p.m. If you want to come join, it's a fun time. Me and a couple of my comedian friends who are really funny. We just tell jokes that we've worked on or that are new, and if you want to watch, it's fun. You could just tune in. And yeah, it's what we have for now because we can't be on stage, which is bullshit. It's obviously tough because I really want to be on stage so bad, but it's just not happening for any time soon because of Corona. COVID. So yeah, but I was gonna talk about I think like, first of all, there's so much, like, there's so much shit that you could be working on during this time, like during the quarantine. There's so much stuff that you could be doing, and people are stressing that they can't go out to a bar or a patio to have drinks with their friends. Like, you can't. First of all, go out. Sure, go out. But you can't even wear a mask. No, I can't wait to go out and have overpriced drinks with my girls at the patio. Thank God for stage 2. I can finally go out and dress up and show my fucking tits and my fake lips so I can just hang out with my girls and like see hot guys and who I want to fuck. I don't care about anything because we have no self-value or any substance, so we don't even talk about anything important. We're just all fucking mind-numbing bullshit, brainwash, and I just want to compare who looks hotter and who has more money and like whatever. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Stay at home. The second wave of coronavirus is gonna happen because of you. You're so selfish. You don't want to wear a mask. You want to go out on patios and have fun with your friends when you don't realize this shit, this virus, this pandemic is still going on. What are you doing? These basic ass girls and these fucking dude bros who wear pounds of cologne and just show off their pecs and their muscles and their style and their nice cars think they're fucking hot shit. Like, you're a fucking loser. What are you doing? I don't get it. You can't just wait a few more weeks or a few more months, or at least have some decency to wear a mask if you're going to go out with your friends to these fucking patios, which I don't agree with why they opened up the patios so quickly. People are still suffering from coronavirus. There's the most cases that's ever happened in America this past week, in India and in Iran, and I think Brazil too, one of these Latin American countries. And I just don't understand these people, man. I don't get it. You can't just fucking wait a bit. Like, just do it. That's what happens when people are bored. That's what happens when people are bored out of their fucking minds. That's what happens. That's what happens. That's what happens when you're bored and you have nothing to do with your life. So you just decide to, like, spend your time doing nonsense and useless things for yourself. That's not helping anybody. That's why. And I don't agree with this. Read a book. Learn a new skill. Play sports. Talk to your family. Develop better relationships with your friends or whoever. Learn new things. Learn how to code. Find a hobby. Run. Make art. Work on your health. Work on your mental health, your physical health. There's plenty of things you could do in this time, but you insist on going out to a patio and not only just being around hundreds of people, but you're not wearing a mask either. You, my friend, are a dick and an asshole, and you should be fired. I don't know from what, but you should be canceled, right? You motherfuckers should be canceled. Not these fucking innocent people who you think they're guilty. Eat a dick. So, yeah, I'll do a quick bit, I guess, to finish off the podcast. A new stand-up bit, which I did on the live stream actually on Friday. So I'm just gonna do it on here. Just let me know what you think of this new joke. I mean, it's not really a joke, but it is. Okay. So I went to school. I went to school with this white girl. I'm not naming her name because I'm not gonna do that. Confidentiality reasons. And she was always a girl who just jumped from relationship to relationship to relationship, guy after guy. Was never happy on her own. Just sad person. And I don't know. I'm not into that. And she finally found the one for now. Got the ring on it. He put the ring on it. They were engaged, and then now they're having a baby now. They moved in together too. What I realized and what I noticed from especially white girls, only white girls do this that I know. I went to high school with this girl, and when she got engaged, she had an engagement party with her and all her girlfriends. And I saw the pictures on Instagram like the day after. And one thing I noticed in the background of each picture, there was this banner that said, "Same dick forever." So first of all, why? Why? Why are you putting that there? That's fucking weird, first of all. Only a white person would do that shit. Same dick forever? Now, if you don't know what this means, it means because she's got engaged to one guy, that means she's going to be with the same guy forever, hence same dick forever. Right. Dumb. And I looked at that and I laughed. I was like, are you kidding me? Like, who would write this shit? Well, white people, that's the answer. But I thought about how funny it would be if it was a brown person. That would never fly in a brown household, in a Middle Eastern household, like Asian, like in a brown household. Like, imagine some girl named Pooja, some Indian girl, some Tamil girl. She gets engaged to a guy, and then she has an engagement party with her girls, and then she has a banner that says "Same dick forever." Dude, within seconds, her dad would barge down into the room and be like, "Hey, beta, what the fuck is this? Same dick forever? Same dick forever? Same dick? How about no dick? Go study, you fucking bitch." Same dick, right? No, that's not happening. Imagine an Arab person from Saudi Arabia saw that. They'd be like, "Huh, same dick forever. I have 11 wife per 2 week. Poor. Child's play." Right? So that would not fly at all in a non-white household. So, anyways, I don't know. I'm gonna wrap it up there. I guess this is shorter than usual, to be honest. But it is what it is. I'm gonna go make some more content, more editing, more writing, more producing. I'm trying to work on newer things, better quality for you guys. And I hope you're enjoying the podcast. If you're not, just let me know. Let me know what you want to see, something different. You know, more different style, format, anything. And before you leave, if you want to comment on my newest Instagram post, #FN11, that would be incredible. with an emoji beside it, that would be great. So I know that you came from the podcast and you're a real one. And I love you forever. So thank you so much for listening and tuning in. I've been Neema Naz. I just want to be the best. I want to be the best creator, best comedian in the world one day, and make people's days and inspire millions. So I hope I can do that one day. So that's it. And I hope you have a great week, great weekend, anything, and enjoy your life, okay? Stay safe. Peace.
Shorty gon' hit me up on Snapchat, so you know I had to hit it with a snap.